21 question is that observe the given below figure, answer the following questions, right? Here the two sets of diagram they are given here. First diagram is what? They are given here bulb is there, given here also bulb is given key is there, battery is there, and but here what is the difference is here means one is contain sugar solution, another set is containing sugar solution. One is a hydrochloric acid solution is there, set 1 contain hydrochloric acid, set 2 contain sugar solution. They are asking in which does the bulb glow, in which condition the bulb is glowing, they are asking, and give reason for your answer, they are saying, right? This is the question, in which set 1 or set 2, in which case the bulb is glowing, and give your answer, right? The answer for this set 1 will glows the bulb. Why bulb will glows only in the case of set 1, and why it is not glowing in the set 2 means because here HCl is a strong acid, right? HCl is a strong acid and it will produces H plus ions. See, these H plus ions are what? Acidic property. This due to the H plus ions only, HCl will shows the acidic characteristics, right? Here H plus ions allows the electric current to pass through it, and the bulb will glows because of what? Due to the presence of H plus ions or hydronium ions in the HCl, so they will allows the electric current to pass through it, and they produces a bulb to glow. But in the case of sugar solution, there is no H plus ions, so there is no motion of electric charges. There is no motion of electric charges means the bulb does not glow because of there is no H plus ions. But in the case of HCl having strong H plus ions, so they will allow the electric current to pass through it, or allow the electric charges to pass through it. So there will be a producing of electric current, and the bulb will glow in the case of set 1. But in the set 2, the bulb will does not glow because of the absence of H plus ions, right? This is the answer of 21st question. Okay, next next question is that question, observe the given figure, right? Observe the given figure, right? What is the first question? Name x y z in the figure. Here x is there, here y is there, here z is there, right? Here x y z is there. Name the x. Here this is a chloralkali process. This diagram will shows the which kind of process? Chloralkali process. When brine solution, what a brine solution is, NaCl is a what? A brine solution. When we pass brine solution with electricity, they will decompose it into hydrogen plus chlorine plus NaOH, right? When brine solution called as a sodium chloride is passed into electric current, and it will decompose into hydrogen, chlorine and NaOH. This process is known as what? Chloralkali process. So it is also called as a chloralkali because of releasing of chlorine, it is comes chlor, and alkali is what? NaOH. Base is what? NaOH. So for this purpose only this process named as a chloralkali process, because of the releasing of chlorine and releasing of sodium hydroxide. Due to this releasing of two compounds like chlorine and sodium hydroxide, so for for these two elements or compounds, the name has what? Chloralkali, right? Chloralkali process. In this process, which gas, which XYZ are there means we will see here one is what? Hydrogen is there, another is what? Chlorine is there, another is what? Sodium hydroxide is there. Three compounds are releasing. Here also three compounds have to say that. Here Z is what? NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Here hydrogen. Here what? Chlorine. These are the three products are forming here: chlorine, hydrogen and what? NaOH. So we can write here. So here X is what? Here X is what? Chlorine. Here Y is what? Hydrogen. Here Z is what? NaOH. because of due to the chloralkali process, due to the chloralkali process, in that sodium chloride will break down into give what hydrogen chlorine gas and sodium hydroxide, right? Here Z is sodium hydroxide, Y is hydrogen, and in X place what will releases here, chlorine gas will be releases, right? This is about the first question, right? Okay, now what next, what is that question? Next question is name the product produced by the name the product produced by the action of X on a dry slaked lime. Here already we know that X is what, a chlorine is there. So what action of X on dry slaked lime. Dry slaked lime means what, CaOH2, correct? It is a dry slaked lime, and X is passing on that. X means what we have learned here is a chlorine gas, right? So after these two reaction, they will produce as a CaOCl2 plus S2O. This will be the reaction after when the dry slaked lime react with the chlorine, and it will produce CaOCl2, means it is a bleaching powder. Okay, it is what, a bleaching powder. CaCl2 is called what, a bleaching powder. Okay, so when calcium hydroxide or a dry slaked lime react with the X, means what, a chlorine gas, it will produce as a bleaching powder CaOCl2 plus S2O. This is the product formed by the when dry slaked lime react with X element called as a chlorine, so it will produce as a bleaching powder. That chemical formula is what, CaOCl2. This is the answer of what, second question of 21th B question, right? Okay, next 22 question is that observe the given figure and demonstrate a chemical change and answer the following question. Again, it is a given here in the beaker, it is the water is there, right? In the beaker is water is there, and calcium oxide is there. These two are reacting with each other. A product P is obtained. What after the reaction of water and calcium oxide, the P product is formed. On passing carbon dioxide, what they are saying, on passing carbon dioxide on P, Q is obtained, name P and Q. Okay, first what they are saying, water is there, correct? Water is there plus, correct? Water is there. What is reacting with water? Calcium oxide, correct? Water is reacting with the calcium oxide, and which product is formed? That P product is formed, they are saying. P product is formed. Okay, that what P product? Calcium hydroxide will be formed. What? Calcium hydroxide. When water is react with the calcium oxide, so it will produce as a what, CaOH2. Above question we heard about this popularly known as what, dry slaked lime, right? This is a what, dry slaked lime. This CaO is also popularly known as what, quick lime, remember. Okay, CO is also known as what, quick lime, and CaOH2 is known as what, dry slaked lime, right? When water is a react with the calcium oxide will produce a dry slaked lime CaOH2, and Ca is popularly known as what, quick lime. This is also known as what, quick lime. Like CaOH2, calcium hydroxide is known as a dry slaked lime. Like this calcium oxide also known as a quick lime, right? So after water and calcium oxide, which product will be releases here? Calcium oxide releases. And next question they are asking, if this calcium hydroxide is passed through the carbon dioxide, right? Calcium hydroxide is passing through what? Passing through carbon dioxide gas, right? Here what, on passing carbon dioxide on P, one Q salt is obtained. Okay, Q salt is obtained. Which salt is obtained? So some Q salt is obtained. Okay, so what is that? Q salt means CaCO3 plus water will be released. Okay, so CaCO3 plus water, CaCO3, water will be residue. Which compound, which salt? Q salt is water, calcium carbonate, and P is water, calcium hydroxide. Our answer is water. Calcium, Q is water. Q, which salt? Q salt is water, calcium carbonate, and P is water, calcium hydroxide. This is the answer for that 22th first answer, right? Here when water and calcium oxide react with each other, they will produce a calcium hydroxide, and on that calcium hydroxide is passed through the carbon dioxide, means they produce Q salt named as what? Calcium carbonate, right? This is about the what eighth answer. Okay, next B question they are given. What happens when product Q is heated? Okay, so CaCO3 this compound is produced, correct? So when it is heated, right? When it is heated, it will produce as what? Two compounds, calcium oxide plus CO2, right? Calcium oxide plus CO2, right? It will be produced as what? Calcium oxide and CO2, right? Calcium oxide plus CO2 will be produced by, when calcium carbonate is heated, it will produce quicklime and carbon dioxide. Quicklime means what? Again, calcium oxide only. This is the answer for what? B of 22th. Understood? Okay, so calcium carbonate is heated, means it will produce calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. About this 22th B question, right? Okay, next. Okay, next 23, draw the diagram showing the arrangement of operators for the reaction of zinc granules with the dilute sulfuric acid and testing a hydrogen gas. This is simple diagram is there, like you have to draw on a test tube and you have to place here zinc granules plus Zn plus HCl, right? Here after that one stand should be, you have to take, right? You have to take here stand, again you have to play in test tube zinc plus hydrochloric acid, and small bubbles will be formed. These bubbles only is called as water hydrogen, and these hydrogen will be passed through the water a soap solution, correct? Soap solution, right? A soap solution, when will burn a candle near it, burn a candle near it, means that bubbles will be produces a pop like sound, right? A pop like sound is called as a hydrogen gas. Okay, this is the simple diagram of what? Simple diagram of this action of steam, that what arrangement of operators reaction of zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, so burning will gives what? Burning of hydrogen gas, which kind of sound will produces a pop sound, right? This is about a small diagram. This bubbles will be hydrogen gas and it passes through the soap solution, right? A soap solution, and it will makes the bubbles will pass through the, or will play, we can bring the candle near to the bubbles, means they will blast with the pop sound, and they produces pop sound indicates that it is the releasing of hydrogen gas, right? This is about 23, that simple diagram is there, right? Okay, next 24th A question is there. What are the observations help us to determine whether chemical reaction has taken place? Okay, so from the 24th A question is that on which base we can say that chemical reaction has taken place. They are asking, there are four conditions are there, from that we can say there is a chemical reaction has taken place. One is what? Change in state. First always there is a change in state, correct? Change in state, right? Change in color, change in color, change in temperature, and evolution of gas, evolution of gas. Okay, four what conditions are there, on that we can say that chemical reaction has taken place. One is a change in state, change in color, change in temperature, evolution of gas, or a liberation of gas, or a production of gas. So these are the four conditions. From that we can say that chemical reaction has taken place. What are the conditions? Again, I will repeat here. First is a change in state, correct? First, change in state, change in color, and change in temperature, and fourth one is evolution of gas. These are the four conditions that help us to determine whether chemical reaction has taken place or not. This will gives the what changes in the chemical reaction. About this is the 24th A question is there, right now. Okay, next 24th B question. Name the gas that liberates at cathode and anode during electrolysis of water, right? Here that you have to draw the simple diagram also. It is there, small mug is there, right? Here one electrode is there, another electrode is there, right? So it should be connected with what on battery, right? Here on batteries should be connected, and when added water to here, so here will releases hydrogen gas, here will be releases what oxygen gas. Is here anode will be releases anode at anode oxygen, at cathode will be what hydrogen. So here here at anode will be what, which gas? Oxygen gas. At cathode which gas? Hydrogen gas will be there. 24th answer is what? Anode is a oxygen, cathode is a hydrogen. This is about and 24th B question. Okay, 25th question is applying a baking soda to the honey bee stung area is a immediate relief. How? Explain. Okay, so applying a baking soda, baking, first of all, baking soda is a basic in nature, correct? Basic in nature. So honey bee will stungs the water acid, so that increases the acidic concentration in our body, that will cause us pain and irritation. So to relieve that, we should use a base, because we know that we are knowing that the base and acid nullify their effect each other, right? When acid concentration is increases, so that nullified by the base only. So when honey bees stung on our skin, so that releases acid called as a methanoic acid. To get relief from that, you have to use a baking soda. That baking soda is an basic in nature, that makes the water relief of the pain and irritation. So for that purpose only we are using water baking soda when honey bee stung, right? So that is why we are using basic called as basic nature called as a baking soda, because basic will nullify the effect of acid. Right? This is the reason for that we are using baking soda in the case of honey bee stung area, right? Another or question is there. What is that or question? A student detects the pH A, B, C, D solutions 12, 3, 6, 7 respectively. Predict the nature of these solutions by justify your answer. Okay, so here we already know that the pH scale, right? So pH scale is what? It is a scale of numbers. So 0 to 14 is there, right? Here 7 is neutral is there, right? Less than 7 is what? Less than 7 is acidic. More than 7 is a basic is there, correct? So here from these numbers we can say more than 7 basic, less than 7 acidic, exact 7 is means what? It is a neutral solution. Here 12 is what? Basic in nature. 3 is what? Acidic in nature. This is also 6 is acidic in nature. 7 is what? Neutral in nature, right? This is about 12 is basic in nature. 3 is again what? Acidic in nature. 6 is also acidic in nature. 7 is neutral. Okay, which is the strong acid means 3 is the strong acid, which is the weak acid. 6 is the weak acid, which is the strong base, that is the 12 is the strong base, right? Because of H plus ions are more in the 3. This is about a 25 question. Okay, so 26th question is that an iron nail is iron nail is kept immersed in a beaker having copper sulfate solution. After few minutes, a brownish coat develops on the iron nail and the blue color of the copper sulfate solution fades. Mention the type of chemical reaction and write the chemical equation for the same. What are the reasons for the changes that happens in the reaction? Okay, first of all, iron is iron is there, plus it will be kept immersed in copper sulfate solution CuSO4, right? It will produce as iron sulfate plus copper. Okay, this is due to this reaction only there is a color changes, right? Here this type of reaction is called as a displacement reaction. First question is what? Mention the type of chemical reaction and write the chemical equation. So Fe plus CuSO4 you raise to FeSO4 plus Cu. Here iron, copper sulfate, iron sulfate and copper. Here iron will displacing the copper sulfate from copper, right? This kind of reaction it is there, it is a displacement reaction. And what are the reasons for the changes that happens in the reaction? Because here, so iron is reacting with the copper sulfate and producing iron sulfate. So due to this reason only, so the brownish coat develop on the iron and a blue color of the copper will be, or the solution will be fades because of due to the formation of iron sulfate. Because of iron react with the copper sulfate, iron will become brownish in color and the copper sulfate solution fades to what? Blue color due to this formation of iron sulfate. Again, which kind of reaction it is there? It is a reaction of displacement reaction, right? Okay, so in next videos we'll discuss about part C, that is a biology.